Boom. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, man. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the heads up. I would just shut this down and start over, but we're gonna go ahead and make it happen. So anyway, man, what I was saying is that the market sentiment, it might be picking back up because of Elon Musk tweet over here, the true battle. He tweeted earlier, any sufficiently advanced magic is indistinguishable from technology, which is a quote from someone from back in the day. Whether it was Tesla or somebody, but it's a famous quote. You can Google it. But somebody said, "Yo, Elon, what do you think about the peeps who are angry at you because of crypto?" And then he replied, "The true battles between fiat and crypto. On balance, I support the latter," which saying I support crypto. So you get that. Then you also get this that someone posted in the Drip chat. Drip is going to be a token that I'm going to be talking about. The link will be in the description. It's an MLM sort of model for business, but within crypto. Some people are against it, some people are not. I'm never against MLM. Since I was 18, I've been in MLMs. Not all of them last, but if you know the deal, you know the deal. But right now, it's a good time to get in Drip. The price is cheap, and the tokens that you need to get in to have like downlines and all that are really cheap. Went from like $15 to like $5. I just bought a couple, and Drip went from like $8 when I first bought in. Now it's only like $3. But anyway, check this out. China. Good news from Chinese friends. Major Chinese media announced that Bitcoin cannot be used as a currency, but ordinary people have the freedom to participate in buying and selling at their own risk. Previously, Chinese customers dumped their digital currencies, blah, 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 worried about the FUD. Now, we get this Chinese FUD all the time during a bull market. Think about it. We don't get it during a bear market. We don't get FUD during the bear market. There's no need. Everything's already down. So in order to create the manipulation, the FUD starts being put out. If you watch the famous Bizanacci videos, which are classic, timeless, that came out in 2017 that people still use the memes from this day. When Bogdanov calls in like on that one clip, and he's Wojak bought, he bought the dip. Then or whatever, or he just bought the pump. Usually Wojak's gonna buy high, sell low, the opposite of what we're supposed to do. But you hear Bogdanov get on the phone and he says, loads the Korean FUD, loads the China FUD, and that's what they're doing with us. They're manipulating us. They're playing with our minds. They're playing with our emotions. I mean, what is the coincidence that even the Pope came out and he tweeted stuff about green energy and all this stuff? Listen, we've been told about green energy since I was like in grade school, and it's always been a concern for us, even as little children. The trash, where they're putting all the trash, all the plastic that we use, and next thing you know, they come out with plastic water bottles, which is even more dirty plastic. So they've never cared about the earth. They don't care about the earth right now. All of this is a form of manipulation and control so they could put things in place. Yeah, you might care about the earth, but they don't care about the earth. The ones that run everything. Maybe they're starting to realize, hey, it's enough is enough. It's time to start making things green. But anyway, the whole green thing with Elon tweeted. But anyway, I'm saying all that to say that it could be possible that they're going to start pumping the markets back up. That's all I'm saying. So it sounds, who knows? In 2017, the market did dump right before the summer, and then it pumped again in August. Are we going to be in a little bear trend for a while? Are we just going to crash and go all the way down to 1,500, 3,000 again? I mean, your guess is as good as mine. But I like to stay optimistic. So, as far as the market, now it looks like things, if this is real, I mean, I don't know why somebody would just post this in a regular chat, but if this starts spreading around, Chinese people might start buying back in. Elon Musk, the rest of the world might start buying back in. If we look at the market right now, and this is the BR3 4P token. Look at this. This thing went from $14 down to like $6. So I bought a few because that's how you can create your downline on the Drip network. But let's check the market. I mean, yesterday before I went to bed, last night it was at like 3,600. Look at this. Before I even started the video, it was at 37. Now it's at 38. So could it be possible that they're going to be pumping the markets back up? I don't know. If they keep tweeting stuff out like this and Elon Musk, because apparently they're the ones who are controlling the minds of the people. But before even Elon bought Bitcoin or any of that, it was already going up. It was going up without Elon Musk. So there you have it. With or without Elon Musk, the fundamentals are still there. So, taking profits along the way, the emotions, not being greedy, these are all things that we all tell ourselves, and sometimes we don't listen to ourselves. But from now on, let this be a lesson. You hear stories about one person making $1 million off of buying SafeMoon or Dogecoin or whatever, but that's few and far between, man. To be honest, we have to take profits along the way, set up a bag, even if it's for dip buying. Even if it's for dip buying. Imagine, maybe some of you have, but imagine if we would have just been putting a little bit of stack aside every time we made some decent profits instead of trying to hit that $1 million mark, right? Now this big dip, could have been buying stuff on every dip. It's been happening. We've been getting dips all the time. They only been lasting for a little while and they haven't been this severe, but it's been beautiful. Definitely manipulation, man. This is what I'm trying to say. Some people might not want to believe that, but yeah, Usman, 100%, man. I mean, come on. How is it possible that everything comes out all at the same time? I even seen a tweet rotating. I didn't even look at Vitalik's Twitter, but I've been seeing it posted on different chats that he even what did he post? He posted some kind of he was saying that that we were in a bubble and the bubbles burst or whatever. I mean, even Vitalik himself, think about it. He's on the same level as Elon, if you ask me. As far as being controlled now. I mean, they're not gonna let the one thing with Bitcoin is there's no face to Bitcoin. Satoshi, they don't know who Satoshi is, right? This is on the outside, on the cover, right? Nobody knows who Satoshi is. But Vitalik, they know who Vitalik is. Vitalik is the quote-unquote face of Ethereum, just like Zuckerberg is the face for Facebook. Gates is the face for Windows, whatever, Microsoft. Jobs was the face for Apple. Elon, the face for Tesla. Jobs is gone. I don't know what happened. If you look at iRobot, it's just funny how the old man on iRobot looked just like Jobs. And he was killed. So anyway, we'll leave it at that. But imagine, I used to live in Philly, in the hood. I know of people that would bust in your house if they knew you only had $1,500. They'll bust your door down, stick a gun in your head, and make you give up the money. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you were just outside and you were talking to a group of people, group of friends. It was like, yeah, I got 1,500. I got 5,000 stashed in the house. And imagine what they would do for more. People get slumped. So imagine, these are gangsters. The people that pull the strings and everything are gangsters. So imagine somebody like Vitalik who's running this multi-billion-dollar token called Ethereum. Do you think they're going to let him ride? Do you think these gangsters are going to, and when I'm talking about the gangsters, I mean the ones who are pulling the strings. The gangsters, you don't see on television, you don't know who they are. And they're not street gangsters, but they're even worse than the ones on the street. But, so why would Vitalik go out and tweet that the bubble has burst? I mean, so all at the same time. Anyway, man, it's weird, but 2017, the same thing happened, and then it pumped back up. But regardless, we're into DeFi. We're printing money. Here you go. Yeah, the token has gone down since I bought in, and I took a risk, and I put BNB. But there's always less riskier plays with farms. I mean, if you're a farmer, you already know you can just farm stable coins or what have you. But GatorSwap, for some reason, I'm loving GatorSwap. Out of all the farms, I look at different farms every single day. I told you guys about the Rug Steamer chat. Rug Steamer chat is pretty cool. Anyway, here is their documents where they post new farms that are coming out every day, and they give you a diagnosis. These guys are pretty good. there's new ones coming out every day, every day, every day. Look at this. If it's in the red, it's more risky. Yellow is a little less risky, and when it's in all white, it's even less of a risk. But GatorSwap just had their audit with Tech Rate. They're gonna do one with Certic a little later, but these audits are not cheap. So yeah, I'm loving GatorSwap. I'm confident. The as far as the team and the APR is still great. The token is cheap. BNB is cheap. If you wanted to take the higher risk play and do like a BNB or farm with the native token on either of these farms, there's no fees. 2-hour lockup, which is nothing. I don't know. They lowered the emissions too in order to help the price. It was at 100 per block. Now they lowered it to 60 per block. If you don't know what that means, it just means you'll get a little bit less tokens, but it helps with the price. They just burned over 500,000, over 500,000 tokens again. They're about to add an aggregator. They're gonna bump up some marketing, all of that good stuff. Will it succeed? I don't know. It all depends if the people are gonna gravitate to it or not. But as far as trust, I trust them more than anything because I see the dev in different chats. He's in the Rug Steamer chat all the time. He's in the Bartertown chat all the time. He's in his own chat all the time. He's connected with the people and he really wants to make this work. This is like his little baby right now. And what he's doing is he's sitting back and he's looking at what other projects are doing and seeing their mistakes to make sure he doesn't make his mistakes. Now, as far as the aggregator that he's going to add, if you don't know what that is, you can just look up, do a little research on what an aggregator is. I still need to wrap my head around it a little bit better, but they're gonna put out another token. It's gonna be called Aggregator, which is gonna be launched along with the aggregator. So you get an aggregator. It's like a play on words, but he's gonna launch a separate token as well, where you're gonna have to use Gator in order to buy the aggregator, and it's gonna also help with the price of Gator itself because people are gonna be giving up those tokens, so they'll probably be burned more than likely. And then you're gonna have another token. So he's doing different things. You can go in the chat if you're interested. I have a link also, referral link. Get 5%. It doesn't come out of your own money. It comes out of the actual tokens that are minted. So you don't have to worry about using my referral link or whatever and it messing with your monies. But yeah, right now, imagine I'm just gonna hold. Why not? Why am I gonna sell and capitulate and just run away from the markets? Like, that's not what I do. That's not what I'm here for. I've been doing this for too long. But look at this, over 10,000 Gator in the wallet since I did my very first video on Gator. And that's just in the wallet, plus another 1,700 staking, plus the ones that I have in the LP farm. So you're talking about like over 20,000 Gators already. Let's say it goes to $1. Let's say the market turns around and it goes to $1. It's just a beautiful thing. It's printing money. But yeah, so Gator, that's the quick update on Gator. Gator is doing excellent. I'm gonna save upBNB for last. Let's go check out Pancake Bunny. This was one of the greatest plays and shout out to RM in the chat. He let me know about Bunny when it was at $8. It actually went and touched to $70 once they opened up the pools. If you don't know what happened with Pancake Bunny, they had a flash loan attack and somebody bought a bunch of this Bunny and then dumped it or what have you. The flash loans is something that devs do. You have to be a developer and know how to code all this stuff. But they basically borrow a ton of money from Pancake Swap. Then they went. I think how they did it is they bought Bunny or something and they just dumped it all. They bought a bunch of Bunny, something like that, and you do it all in one transaction, which is sick. You have to do it all in like one fell swoop, and it doesn't cost them any money. The only thing that costs them is the time and the knowledge to build these bots on how to do all of this in one shot. It's sick. It's sick. If any of you are young enough and have time, learn how to code, man. Learn how to code. Learn Solidity. You could be. Those are the ones that are making all the money right now, right? The guys that are coding their sniper bots and the trading bots and all that. But in order to snipe really good, you really have to have a fast node. You have to have like a custom node, like your own node. But yeah, man, Bunny was one of the greatest plays of the month. They're like 6x. I took my profits kind of early, but that's okay. 6x is 6x. This thing has been cool to swing trade as well. Look, it's been dipping. Dip back down to like $34, back up to $52. That's some quick profit if you just wanted to catch that swing. It dipped down here, back down to 38. Where's it gonna go now? I don't know, but it's not a rug, so it's like a safe place where you can swing trade if you're into that. You don't have to worry about it. But that was an awesome play. I don't know if any of you guys got into the Bunny thing. I got in at $8, man. It was lovely. I sold it like 36. That's a cool 6x, man. This is while the market is down. This is what I'm saying about DeFi. DeFi, you can still keep printing money with DeFi, but the key is for us to take some profit along the way the whole entire time, especially when everybody's like happy. Because I was like, I'm not euphoric yet, but a lot of other people have been euphoric, especially people that have been buying and holding since like December. I mean, you have tokens that went up thousands and thousands and thousands of percent since October. Not everybody made those gains because a lot of people sell early, but I made some nice gains since January, but I still wasn't euphoric yet. But a lot of other people were. And then with the meme coins and everything, there were people that were euphoric. And even the whole meme coin thing could have been a signal, like a local top signal, that they were just going to crash everything. Once Elon got into it, it was a bad sign. Because he's able to manipulate it so easily. And now some people saying, oh yeah, look at John McAfee in 2017. Now look at Elon Musk. You know, everybody's really smart now after the market dumps, and they're like telling you, oh yeah, you know, you should have took profits, you should have did this, you should have did that. And some people were the other people that have been telling us the whole time to do it. Now they can say, I told you so. But some of these people, they were bullish the whole time, and then as soon as the market crashed, yeah, you see, that's why you're supposed to play it like this and play it like that. Like, man, come on, get out of here. But yeah, man, from now on, everybody, let's start taking profits along the way. When you make something nice, don't get greedy. You're not gonna do that $500 investment and make $1 million. And I doubt it's really gonna happen anymore right now. It's not gonna be, the market's not gonna be exactly the same. There might be a slight shift in how things are working. You might have to work even harder for the money. Not saying that you haven't been working hard for the money, because I sure have. I haven't made no $1 million just for investing $500 in anything, and I've been in here for 4 years. It's like, it's very rare and few and far between. But anyway, that's Bunny. Bunny's been cool for swing trading, real sweet, you know, just to make some cool little gains. I was waiting for a $24 dip. I was gonna buy back in, but dipped just this time around. I was asleep when it did this $34, but $38. Let's say it goes back up to $70. Let's say it goes back up to 56. That's what, almost $20 per token. You know, so it's a cool swing trade for now, man. Bunny's been sweet. And if you sell too early and miss a pump, so what? As long as you made some gains. So next, Alchemist coin. Alchemist coin is bleeding, but so is everything else. Now it looks like Alchemist coin is putting out a Launchpad. They're calling it Copper. And what's funny is I actually found the link to it. It's almost like a secret, you know, but guys, I don't even have any inside information or anything with Alchemist coin. I'm not in contact with the team. They reposted one of my videos out of like the 5 that I've made. But that's because I actually posted it in the Discord. You know, I'm not the type to try to get recognition from teams and stuff like that. Like, nah, man, I do this for me. I do this for you guys. But let's see. If we go to the history. But yeah, so I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Balancer. Balancer is actually where Alchemist coin first launched. It launched for like a few cents, man. Seriously. Under $1. But it's kind of like where you bid, and depending on how much everybody bids, see, I found it. Other people are going crazy trying to find it. I mean, I found it like within 10 minutes. I found the link to Copper. So it's almost like how upBNB did the market generation event, where they have a certain amount of tokens for sale, and depending on how much they raise, that's how much the tokens are gonna be. You know, so it's an average of how much money they raise, averaged out times how many tokens they have, or divided by that, or whatever. And that's how Balancer. It's on the Bootstrap Balancer pool. That's what Kyla Network launched. That's how I learned about the Bootstrap Balancer pool. So they're working on this. I don't know if it's gonna be gasless, but I just wanted to show off my detective skills and let you guys know that I did find it. Here you go. You can see the link right up there. I'm not gonna post it or anything, but yeah, you can see the link. All right. Yeah, TrueBit. Menace. Yeah, I've been hearing about TrueBit. Big time. I've been hearing about it. Listen, everything's cheap right now. I'm sure True took a nice dip. And this is what I'm saying. Like, if we encourage each other to start taking profits, we'll have money for these dips. Because let's say we do shoot back up, more dips are going to come. You know what I'm saying? With those profits, we can buy these dips, man. Not saying you haven't done it, but yeah, I'm sure True took a hit just like everything else. So imagine if you had a few grand in the stash and stable coins. Swoop. You know, maybe you do, but not everybody else does. But yeah, this is the copper. See, fair launch auction. I found it. Trust me, guys. I'm showing you stuff that people have only been able to show you screenshots. You know, people that were in the inside, but this was just them testing it out. Cause you see, February 18th, whatever. Damn, has Miss been out that long? Wow. But yeah, somebody they were testing it out. It seems. All right. But that's how it works. Yeah, my computer slows up when I do the screenshots. Here we go. So yeah, they would have a certain amount of tokens. So maybe Miss is gonna be launching and incubating projects themselves. Maybe not. Maybe this will be something that other projects can use, because Balancer uses, you know, any project can launch on Balancer, and they're not necessarily incubated or anything by Balancer. It's just a tool that they use to have these fair launch auctions. So check this out. And it might be gasless, because that's the whole thing about Alchemist, is they're working on gasless dexes. Like, everything's, you know, gasless. That's why they call it alchemy, because, you know, how can you wrap your head around something gasless? You know, everything costs gas. But that's where the alchemy comes in, turning copper into gold, turning metals, base metals into gold. That's what alchemy is about. So that's why they chose the name Alchemist, because they're doing stuff that the average person probably couldn't even do. Oh, did I buy TrueBit? No, I didn't buy TrueBit. I bought Alchemist. And yeah, I did. I took profit on Alchemist twice already. And the price dipped. I'm glad I did it. Last time I took profit was at 165. Good morning. Frenchie, what's good, man? How those bullies doing, man? That's what's up, bro. So yeah, I'm just showing everybody, if you're just joining in, I'm showing everybody this this new Launchpad that they're gonna have. Dax, what are you talking about? What looks interesting? This Launchpad right here? Or are you talking about TrueBit in the chat, or this Launchpad? But yeah, this Launchpad definitely looks interesting to me. But what was even cooler is that a lot of people don't know how to find this. They don't know, because they just mentioned it. Somebody put a screenshot on one of their Twitters. But yeah, here you have it. There's the link. You know what I mean? You can go check it out for yourself. But you can't do anything with it. Don't try to do anything with it. Don't try to interact with it. You're going to lose your money. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Let's see. Alchemist coin. Yeah, so that's the update on Alchemist. They're working on that. The Mist X, which is going to be the actual gasless decks that they're working on. So that's going to be exciting. Yeah, Alchemist all day. Word, that's what's up. How many bullies do you have, man? Or do you breed them? Is that what you do? All right, let's go. Yeah, and it's not like the average Launchpad DAX because it's just somewhere where people that want to launch their project can go and do like those fair launch auctions. So it's not like a launchpad like BSC pad and stuff where they actually incubate and all that. You know, it's like basically I think just about anybody might be able to go use it because I know the Bootstrap Balancer pool, it looks almost exactly the same. The Bootstrap Balancer pool is like, you know, you just go and you bid or whatever. It's like any projects. They're not necessarily incubated by Balancer. So it's just, it looks like it's going to be a gasless way. You see right here. Go get to the copper. And we found the copper. I found it for you guys. You know what I mean? They're already talking about the copper and stuff. But it's like a mystery. People like don't know where to find copper. Copper is the most open, fair, and user-friendly way to participate in a token launched through a balancer liquidity bootstrapping pool. See? I didn't even see this, but I already know what I'm talking about. We're looking forward to providing the Pocket DAO and Pocket Network Foundation with the Smooth W Pocket auction. Okay, so this is probably going to be the first launch on Copper. Our aim is to bring information parity to all auction participants, thus giving everyone a fair shot at becoming an equal stakeholder in the project's future, whatever that means. For the people. Copper. That's cool though, man. I'm telling you, Alchemist Coin has some awesome graphic artists in the community, hands down. Pocket Network. Tying a bow on WPOKT, a status update. In our latest article, we explain why we push back launch of W Pocket. A lot of people are pushing back launches right now. Even that Elon Doge on MemePad, they pushed it back till Monday. Because, I mean, right now, it's a crazy time to be trying to launch anything because of the way the markets are down. So what is this? For a smoother launch and an awesome experience for our regen farmers. Okay, so it's a farming program. I don't know. It's the first time I even seen that. I haven't. Bear market. Where's the gold step? I'm just seeing if they have anything else about copper. No. So it was somebody else that posted the screenshot and was saying how it's so secret. You know, you can't find it. I found it. I found it in 10 minutes after I seen the screenshot. Search button. Search. The search tool in Telegram is your best friend. All right, so upBNB. For anybody that's into upBNB, and I ended up with upBNB, but all right, I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I'm gonna say it fast. Oh, drip too. I'm telling you guys, I got my link. Drip 1%. Drip is awesome. I'm gonna do a whole video with an interview that I recorded from the founder of Drip. And again, multi-level marketing. Do not judge me. There are a lot of amazing, some of the richest people on earth had gotten rich off of multi-level marketing, team building, all that good stuff, man. You know, start your own YouTube channel, whatever. You know, learn how to market. That's another way to keep making money, even when we're in a bear market. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to prepare. Look, we have some new announcements too. We're about to check them out on upBNB. But I just want to say this. In a bear market, you know, we want to start preparing and setting ourselves up. And I forget, it was somebody named Yang or something like that on Twitter. I seen it reposted. But he was saying that he sees the new wave is going to be these types of platforms where, you know, you put in a certain amount of money and you get 1% daily. And there's all types of different ways the way to drip. His name is Forex Shark. He's a very well known. Here's his name down here, Forex Shark. He's a very well known dev. Very smart. I don't know if he's doxxed, but we can definitely hear his voice. You know, I've heard him on live streams and stuff. I haven't seen his face, but yeah, man, Drip is awesome, man. Drip is awesome. Drip is awesome. I wish I'd have put some funds aside. I've been planning on getting in it for a while, and if I had some funds aside right now, it'd been the perfect time. You know, I'm in it, but not all the way in it. All right. So what happened is, all right, for those that don't know, or you haven't been to the chat lately, they found a bug, quote unquote, in the contract or in the tokens for upTether and upBNB. Now, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I read between the lines and stuff like that. I'm not going to say everything or anything, the stuff that's going through my mind, but I'm going to say some of it. And it's not negative whatsoever. All right, so no action is required. upTether and upBNB holders will both receive an airdrop of the same amount of tokens they have now. Our max estimated time is 24 hours, but we hope to have it done much sooner. So what happened and what's happening? A bug was found in the upTether and upBNB contracts that could have resulted to loss of user funds. Oh, I thought it said our funds, but user funds. Okay. Which is, we're the users. All liquidity has been removed from both markets to protect the value while we launch new contracts. No one needs to do anything. Anyone who had tokens in their wallet or in the X upBNB because they was staking, I did a video on that. This is what you get when you stake. So anybody who had that either staked or in your wallet, you'll receive the airdrop, right, of the new upBNB. If you had upBNB or Tether in your wallet, you will receive the exact same amount. No user action is required. So you just get a regular airdrop. It amazes me how people in the chat are like, well, how are we going to get the airdrop? And what are we doing? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, my God, bro. I'm thinking, look, I don't know how these devs and admins even deal with the chats. I don't know how they do it. We have fully mapped out what needs to be done. It's mostly the same for upBNB and upTether, but there's quite a few steps. There's a good chance the relaunch, all right, so now we're going into a relaunch, won't be till 24 hours from now. This will give us time to check over all contracts, lots of moving parts, blah, blah, blah. Now, mind you, this was never part of the original plan. None of this was never part of the original plan. And things that I'm seeing unfolding, I'm not sure how to read it. My first reaction is, man, because everybody was crying in the chat. If you saw my first upBNB video, I was saying the whole plan was for her to launch over hundreds of tokens. And what happens is you take your initial out, leave a small moon bag, and move on to the next token. And then you make profits off of that token, take your money out, leave a small little moon bag, move on to the next token. And every other token that's being put out is supposed to flow into the previous one. And upBNB was supposed to be the cornerstone vault, meaning that it was going to get funds from all of those new tokens. And it was going to pump. But people don't read, people don't understand, they don't know what they're buying into. So as soon as Upcake was mentioned, or even the thought of another token was mentioned in the chat, people that bought the top were crying. And don't get me wrong, I put money back in, and I bought it $3, and this thing is at like 70, so I'm down. But I know the plan, and the plan was, as long as more tokens keep launching, the cornerstone vote, which is upBNB, is going to keep pumping. But everybody in the chat was crying, saying no. No, why you gonna launch another token? Why don't we just work on this token? Duh, if the working on this token consists of launching other tokens, because there's no other way, according to the original plan, that this upBNB was gonna pump anymore unless you launch more tokens. That's the whole plan. So the professor claims that she is all about the community, blah, blah, blah. So I guess because the community was crying, but could this have been just playing right into her plans? Maybe she thinks we're in a bear market. This is me speculating. I'm in. I'm still all in. You know what I'm saying? But it's just strange how the plan changed now. Is it because now part of the plan was once we get into a bear market to pump, she was going to choose whatever tokens was going to pump. This is stuff that people have no idea about in the chat because they don't read. I read every every AMA that she was in. She says different things in each of the AMAs. I study it all. I read it 4 or 5 times to make sure I didn't miss anything. But she had the AMA with the smart chain apes, I think it was. I put it in the video. Then she did another fireside chat with somebody else. But I know somewhere I read that she was like, at the end, once the bear market is over, the community would decide which tokens to finally pump. She would hit the button, pump, and we exit. And of course, there's always going to be people left holding the bag. That's just how crypto works. That's how life works. You know what I'm saying? You buy a used car, you buying somebody else's problems, right? That's just a small example. That's just how life works. You know, right before you buy the car, the transmission was about to go out, but then you bought it. Now you're stuck with a car with no transmission or whatever, or the headlight went out, or this went out. You know what I mean? You're always stuck holding the bag if you're last in line. And that's with anything. That's with any of the MLM projects, the ROI dApps, the farms, anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not always the case, but 99% of the time that's the case. So that was going to be the plan at the end of the bull market, because she was trying to take advantage of the bull market and put out all these tokens, catch hype. People have money, things are going to pump. But now maybe she thinks we're in a bear market and she's ready to hit the button, and she's telling us things. And if only those that can read between the lines are going to make it, because somebody in the chat was saying, wait, you didn't remove all the liquidity from UpTether, and you didn't remove all the liquidity from upBNB. So does this mean that I'm going to be able to sell both tokens? Am I going to be able to sell my upBNB and the new upBNB, the old upBNB? Because if there's still liquidity, I don't know. But this is the next thing, right? How many zeros should we add to the supply? Now she wants to add zeros to the supply. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is there's a change in the plan. Why? Is it because she thinks we're in a bear market now and she's going to try and do something, one last thing for those of us that want to exit can exit? Or is it because everybody in the chat was crying about how they just want her to work on upBNB and nothing else? Like, that was never the plan. So maybe she's listening to the community and she's saying, well, I feel bad because, you know, there's people that are stuck bag holding and upBNB, and let me just try and work on this and make this successful before, which is what the community was crying about. But these are bag holders that don't read the plan, have no idea what the plan is, have no idea what the tech is, just have no idea at all what they're doing. These are people that probably joined crypto yesterday, and I'm dead serious. And don't get me wrong, you have OGs in the OG chat that are also a little upset, but when I read some of the stuff, it's like nobody talks about the plan at all. Like, at all, about the up-only plan. I haven't seen anybody really mention the plan, that they know what the plan is. All I see them doing, even some of the OGs, is just crying all the time. Me, I'm like, hurry up and launch Upcake. Launch Upcake. Launch it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Because I know it's going to help pump upBNB. And you can put in a small amount of money and double, triple it. But no, nobody wanted Upcake, which was the original plan. Like, why even buy into a plan and then try to get the dev to change it? So anyway, that's my little rant. I'm done. But she's talking about increasing the supply, right? So people yesterday were like, no, keep everything the same, blah, blah, blah. So hold on. So you want her to work on the project and make it better, but then when she talks about making the project better, you want to cry and just keep it the same. Like, make up your freaking mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I stopped going into the chat, bro. Like, seriously. So to increase it, she literally wants to increase it because she thinks it's better, but she's thinking about the community and that the community should vote on it. She doesn't just want to change everything around without the community agreeing to it, right? But no, 59% voted to keep everything the same. So listen, if you want to keep everything, how can you keep everything the same, but you want her to work on the token and make it pump more for you? That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm confused. Are these like 12 and 13-year-olds in the chat? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like in all honesty and seriousness. All right, now. And now she had to basically say, look, I want to at least change the supply. You see what I'm saying? This just came out this morning. She blatantly had to say, before she didn't want to influence anyone's decision, but now I want to at least slightly increase the upBNB supply because lower price and more tokens is just better in general. It's cheap and you get lots, and this format is popular. This is what she's trying to say, and this is what I was trying to tell people in the chat last night. Like, dudes, you guys don't know what the hell you're doing. If she wants to up the thing, it's for a reason. She wants to up the supply. Vote up the supply. And no, more people voted. Over 300 votes now. Over 300 votes. So going from 10 cents to $1 is easier than $1 to $10. Ah, you see? You see? Like, she knows what she's doing. She's trying to help the people out that are crying. Like, guys, I'm sorry if I sound like I'm just, but it's amazing to me, bro. It's amazing to me. And that's why, like, at the end of the day, like, most people go out for themselves. Whales and all of that, and even the governments and the people manipulating the market, they don't care about you because you don't even, not you personally, but the average person doesn't even know what to care about, don't know what to think, don't understand anything that they're involved in. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they need to be controlled and they need to be manipulated. They're going to do it because imagine if there was no governments, no nothing, bro. We'd be killing ourselves. We do each other dirty in our own homes. So anyway, she's trying to be fair. So what am I going to vote? Increase it. We were going to increase it by 1,000x last night. You see, now people get the picture because she had to come out and say something. We were going to increase it by 1,000x last night. You see what I'm saying? Which would have made it even easier to pump. But no, now it's going to be a little harder at 10x. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's trying to find middle ground with these folks, man. But I don't think she really gets it. That these are like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds whose mommy, you know, cooks them eggs in the morning, makes their bed, and washes their clothes. Like, I don't think she gets that part. Like, the BSC crowd is 100% different. A total 180 from the actual Ethereum crowd. And she's coming from Ethereum. And she's used to dealing with people that kind of know the tech, love the tech. Probably a little bit more older and mature, to be honest. So, okay. No user. All right, boom. I want to start thanking everyone for making this extremely smooth. See, she's being cool about it by calming fears and answering questions in the chat while this gets resolved. Here we go. To be honest, the fact both systems weren't full rugged ages ago is a miracle, and showing up early in the chart for the first time in a while was the only reason I spotted this. We Matrix dodged a ton of bullets. The relaunch is the time to strike back. Maybe she found an exploit. You see what I'm saying? Especially after what happened to Bunny. Now it's starting to make a little more sense. We will try to give everyone a few hours before the drop goes out to prepare. Prepare for what? I gotta start reading between the lines if she doesn't spell it out. When the market goes live, we need to go into hype mode and probably celebrate our insane luck that the team found this bug before anyone else. That's what it was. It was an exploit. Now she's trying to get the people to basically market this whole incident. And I'll do my part. The announcements channel, my throat is getting dry. The announcement channel on Telegram is the best place to get updated info. A bug was uncovered. Okay, she's telling people this is basically the stuff that we can maybe tell other people. A bug was uncovered that could have been used to steal funds. New contracts are being deployed. 24 hours. You don't need to do anything. There'll be airdrop, which is nice and cheap. The fees on BSC, so that's going to be sweet. All liquidity has to be removed from both markets. Anyone in the upBNB staking contract will also receive their drop. Estimated downtime has been given, but can't be ensured. Updates will continue after the team picks up again tomorrow. Many new contracts have been deployed. Team is taking a break for the night. Updates will be given. We have fully mapped out what needs to be done. The contracts are almost identical. Blah, blah, blah. There's quite a few steps. 5 contracts. 24 hours. This will give us time to check over the contracts. There's a lot of moving parts. Blah, blah, blah. We'll try to keep updates as frequent as possible. If you have upBNB in your wallet, no action required, no action required. She has to keep repeating it because people are still gonna go in the chat and say, "Well, what do we do?" The two most likely reasons for a delay would be a super rare market, and this is what I was saying. Other projects aren't launching. It doesn't make sense to launch anything in the rare market, to be 100% honest, except maybe farms and stuff like that, like passive income. And this is what I was saying: drip network, and some trustworthy farms. You can still print money even in the bear market. The two most likely reasons for a delay would be a super rare market or difficulty with such a large airdrop. When we have a definite time with the airdrop and market relaunch, we'll post an announcement with the countdown, so need to pay attention. So there you have it. That is the update. I don't know what's really going on. You know what I mean? I'm the type that nothing is always what it seems. So we'll see what happens. Listen, as long as I can come out even right now, I'll be happy. But she wanted to supply by 1,000x. She's saying it's easier. Now she did 10x, I guess, to calm people down who don't know what the hell's going on. So anyway, that's my update, man. I had 8 watching. I got 6. I think that's a record right now. I appreciate you guys. Check out my music. This is one of my tracks. It's called Smooth with the Roughness, Naked Matrix. And look out for my drip video, man. I'm going to be doing drip because we need the hedge some way, somehow against the upcoming bear market. Not saying it's here. I don't think it's here. But between now and the end of 2022, we need to start getting ready. And some people prefer passive income over anything else. And I think Drip Network is one of the best places right now. And Gator Farm, especially how cheap it is right now. But you also got a few other farms. I heard Jet Fuel is cool, or Jet Swap. But, a lot of these farms are not trustworthy, man. They're going to rug pull on you eventually. Sooner than later on most of them. So, yeah, that's my updates for right now. Thank you for watching. And let's just keep getting this bread and changing our lives one Ethereum